welcome to another episode of Work in Progress. Still with this intro, huh? Might need to make a new one. Might need to do that on stream. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I need some coffee. I'm tired. I need some water too. Things I don't prepare for. I'm gonna continue storyboarding episode 1 of the Good Wasp today. Got some progress done last time. I got some progress done in between. But I've been working every day since then, so not a ton. Not as much as I would like. That's new. Look at how fucking angry and spastic he is. It's pretty great. I love that. That's why we do this. That's why we do this, for that momentary, brief moment of joy. Alrighty. Let's switch to Photoshop because I'm doing a shot. Got 2 eyes there. I'm gonna grab some water because I feel like I need it. Be right back already. I've got a bottle of hint water. It's a water with a hint of watermelon, if I ever get it. I feel like shit. I feel like shit. Just listen to the stream so you're gonna hear me say that again. Jesus Christ, I felt fine before hopping on, and then I sit down and I just start feeling tired and lightheaded and overall shitty. What the fuck? Did I just get bit by something or whatever? Why the fuck do I feel like this all of a sudden? Jesus. Alright. So I just joined my Discord group chat so people can hop on if they want. And we're gonna resume storyboarding. Episode 1. I don't know how long it's gonna take to do this storyboard, but we'll just work on it a little bit every night and hopefully get somewhere. Where's my audio at? Alright, that should be fine. Why are the lines so small?
Hello?
Hey, what's up?
Um, Dante?
What?
I've arrived.
Hey, can you hear me?
Hi. Hello?
Hey, can you? What the
Oh
fuck?
god. Oh god.
Is it not working?
Hello?
The f-
Hello?
I. Why is my microphone's on? It
Hello?
should be working.
Hello?
It should be working. I'm lighting
Michael,
up
can you hear me?
green.
I hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, holy shit.
What the
Okay.
fuck was that about?
Oh no, were we just both getting really fucking confused?
I guess so.
I thought you couldn't hear me. I was like, what?
I don't know what happened there. That was weird. I'm tired. That might have something to
Okay.
do with it.
You asked what's up, and I was like, I'm here. That's what's up.
Okay.
And then we got real confused.
uh, yeah. So not much is up. I'm just storyboarding. Episode 1 still. I feel like I'm failing to host a good live stream right now because I'm just really tired and out of it. And literally 5 minutes before I started the stream, I felt fine, and
Mm-hmm.
then everything just hit me like a ton of bricks, and I don't feel so fine anymore.
I'm sorry.
So I'm gonna try to get back into it because the thing I like about the streams is it motivates me to just get shit done.
The
I might.
pupils are morphing.
Mm, just changing the eyes for this part of the storyboard. As Bimbo hears something annoying. You gotta be careful to not erase anything important. Although it doesn't really matter. The storyboard's just mainly for me to look at.
Don't erase Beanbo. That's the important part.
And I can only erase Bimbo. He's the only thing on the screen right now. I will say the storyboard is like mainly just characters moving around because most of the shots so far are just going to be a blue sky. The background in this shot will be fairly easy to make. Okay. Oh yeah, I need to erase those eyes too. The pupils. Because now he's got weird eyes. There we go. All good now. All good. So, how was your day? Hello?
Yes, hello. Sorry, I was zoning out for a second. Both of our brains suck. Um,
Yeah.
what did you say to me?
I said, well, how was your day?
Oh, it was pretty good. Nothing much to report. I had to go to work today that I wasn't normally scheduled. I'm trying to take up extra shifts.
Mm-hmm.
Um, both because I promised people if they would switch shifts with me for the weekend of Anime Milwaukee and also trying to get more money.
Yeah, that's always good. Get more money. I have at least 2 more days of work, but I think it's going to be 3 more. I think the new schedule gets posted tomorrow. I'm more or less fine, like okay with the job now. It just took me a second to get used to everything. It's pretty easy.
It's easy, it's free, it's fun.
If it was free, I wouldn't be doing it. So, the only
I
annoyances
mean,
I
it's
have.
free for you. You
Yeah.
don't have to pay any money to do it.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you,
What
fuck
on earth is that noise? I need to make that noise more muffled. Don't really need to worry about it in the storyboarding process, but so much that needs to be fixed with the audio. I think I definitely need to redo a take of the aggressive fuck you line.
Ooh. Oh, it's a wasp.
Now we need to change those eyes again. I don't even know if I need to do anything fancy with this. I might just be able to erase the pupils and add new lines to the eyes. Just need to communicate a facial expression change. Keep forgetting to switch back. It's the same old shit. There we go. I might do an animation test on the mouth as well, just to see if I can get an idea of how I want Bimbo's
Mouths to
mouth to
move.
move.
Yeah.
Because her mouth movement's going to be a little different. And I fucked that up. Oh, fuck you.
What is your favorite character so far that you have made for this particular creation?
Oh, for the Good Wasp?
Yeah.
The Wasp Nard. Very
Lost
simple.
Card.
I don't know. I mean, I have a fondness for Blumbus because he's fun to draw, and I'm providing my voice to him, but he's a little asshole. He's like a portrait of what I dislike about these insects, except I made him look cuter, I guess, than a real wasp. I do want to do a scene, and it probably won't be until near the end, where there's just this scene with a bunch of really realistic looking wasps. And I'm going to have to learn how to draw them properly, but that means I'm going to have to look at them a lot, and I'm going to hate that. But it might just kind of make me desensitized to my fear of them. It's a really intense fear, honestly. I hate to admit it. It's like it because it's a super irrational fear. If I get bit by a wasp, what I mean, yeah, no one wants that, but it's not the most painful thing in the world. And I also have only been stung like once or twice in my life by them. They freak me the fuck out. I don't like to look at them. I genuinely hate the the image of them. And it's like out of my control. Like I see something and just something in my body just like shivers up. Something in my body I'll I don't know how to explain it. It's just like
Yeah,
legitimate fear. And I don't get that.
it's a legit phobia.
Yeah. Um I don't think there's any other like any other bug that does that aside from like, like related to wasp like insects, like like any other type of hornet out there basically. Like a yellow jacket will also scare me. Sometimes I can't tell the difference between a yellow jacket and a wasp. I used to think that yellow, like wasps, couldn't have any yellow on them, but I don't even think that's true. And I kind of hope it's not true because if it isn't true, then I've been drawing yellow jackets this whole time. Um, but yeah, the main character of this series is definitely the one I have the most fondness for, just because he's like kind of the easiest character to have fondness for. Like
I
Beambo
love
here.
the I love the name Waspnard.
I'm glad someone does.
Because it's so stupid. How can you not love something that stupid?
Oh, so I'm gonna do something here with this mouth. I came up with a skit today. It's about a bunch of friends holding an intervention for their friend who is a filmmaker, and telling him that he needs to stop giving his characters stupid names because he is single-handedly destroying every single project he works on because of it.
Wait, who works on what because of what?
Okay, never mind.
Okay, never mind. Okay, I don't get to know.
Uh, who is your favorite character in the stuff that we work on? Like, I guess Nelman would be a
Overall,
better one, or include
or
Dreamworld if you
just
want.
um, I'm already really attached to Bliss, even though we haven't talked about Dreamworld all that much. It's just because A, I need to draw more, and B, all of our energy is getting sucked into these two things, plus
Hmm.
my job.
Yeah, I mean, I want to work on Dreamworld too. It's just yeah, it's like realistically, yeah, I do have to draw the line somewhere. I mean, there hasn't even been a Mac One Zatch video in a while now.
Beambo plus Blumbus equals Bemis. I've cracked the code.
There's no is in either of those. Wait, god damn it, Bimbo. Uh, man, I wonder if you're right. I wonder if
That's not from my brain, that's from Matt's brain.
oh, did Matt put that in the chat?
Not in the chat, but in the Good Wasp discourse
Here we
or
go.
Discord. Discourse is a completely different thing. I just
Matt
can't
Matt
stop thinking about discs and horses.
Matt is also in the YouTube chat saying Beambo 100. I don't know when Matt posted that though. I don't have my phone checking the chat with me today, but I occasionally open it in my browser. I will check if Matt is still there. I will check again momentarily, so I don't fail to respond to your message quickly and efficiently.
Bimbo.
I'm just gonna try to like basically draw it closed now. Have the two edges meet. Wait. Do I know what I'm doing? I don't. Probably not. Alright, I'll check the chat because I said I would. Up, no message from Matt. Oh well, oh well. Guess I was too late.
Matt is gone.
Matt is gone. But we'll always
Forever.
remember him.
I won't.
Oh.
I've said before, I'm really mean to Matt when he's not around. When Matt is here, I'm very nice to him, but when Matt is not around, I just start taking jabs at him left and right, and I don't know what that says about me as a partner. I mean, it's a joke, obviously, but still.
Yeah, I'm mean to Matt too, to an extent. I mentioned recently how I don't use Twitter anymore, and then today I made my first comment on Twitter in like 8 months, which was just calling Matt a coward for not including the drawing of Jar Jar he did in the new Hall of Victories. Posted on Twitter saying I did this drawing of Jar Jar for the new Hall of Victories, but didn't end up using it. And I just typed in coward, and that's my first and only Twitter interaction. That's gonna be my only Twitter interaction of 2022.
Awesome. Keep it that way.
Alright, so I drew 2 mouths. I'm going to try to put onto the storyboard and just see if the movement looks right. Rip Matt. Yeah, Matt did pass away, unfortunately. Alright, let me go back to Premiere. And try to remember to not fuck that up on stream anymore. First, I'll put the images in. Where are they? There they are. I did it. Another thing I like about these streams is just we get ideas out of them. Like the fly. I really like the fly characters that we came up with last time.
I do too. I love them.
I'm trying to think of voices, and the first thing that came to head is it should be. I was like, oh, it can be me and Zach. It'll be like a little homage to Mackle and Zach, and then a part of me was like, let's try something. I don't even know if Zach would want to do that. I don't know. I almost feel like 2 characters like that, we should just improvise with 2 people who work well off of each other and see what they come up with.
Yeah.
Like maybe Austin and Stork could do those too.
Yeah. Oh my God, Austin and Stuart would be great.
I'll see if like, because like the thing is, I feel like with how long this takes, I gotta be able to get them in a call and just record shit with them like once within this year, one time within this year. That's gotta be able to happen. And I'll just have them. The only thing is we're gonna have to keep it somewhat brief because that shit can get long. Oh, and now it's animated. Now like I can't afford to make it too long. Wasp. It's a wasp. Just ignore him, Bimbo. A wasp can never be more fruit in a fine day. Let's check the chat. I used a different Jar Jar drawing. Saved me like an hour. Yeah, no, I hear you. I was just goofing. I think the artwork he did for the new Hall of Victories looks very nice.
Oh. Wasp. Oh. Wasp.
I hate when this lags. Like I pause and it goes a couple extra frames or even a second or two. That's always so fucking annoying when I'm trying to sync.
Ignore.
I clicked the wrong thing.
Just ignore him. Just ignore.
Michael, if you could get a PhD in anything, what would you get a PhD in?
What good is like what is a PhD, honestly?
A doctorate. It says you are a doctor.
Like what could I be a doctor for? I don't know. I'm a stupid person. What
Michael,
is the most what?
the question is not supposed to be based in reality. If somebody was like, you
Yeah,
are
but
the doctor of blank.
The doctor of like I don't even like know how many like types of doctors are. That's the level
You
of
can
my
get a
intelligence.
PhD in almost anything.
Ignore.
My
Ignore.
high school creative writing teacher had a PhD in literature.
I guess and drawn wasps. PhD in Sonic playthroughs.
Wasp. Wasp. Just ignore him, Bevo. Wasp can never be.
Hate doing lip sync. It fucking is boring. And I can't. I'm sorry, I'm not talking that much right now. It's because I'm doing like the lip sync right now. The good news is I actually like the way this lip sync looks, but
It's okay. I'm just sort of coming to terms with the fact that I'm a person.
It's a good thing to come to terms with.
Yeah. So, you want to know what's up with my life?
Sure.
My dog got her first period.
Oh.
Yeah. Which, it will be her first and her last.
Yeah.
Because afterwards, we are getting her fixed. We are giving her a hysterectomy, and she will be without a ute. But for now, because you cannot give dogs a hysterectomy before their first heat, yeah, we gotta just wait it out for like a week and a half until it goes away. Until then, she's gonna fucking bleed on everything.
Gotcha.
Well, actually, she's not, because we actually got her dog diapers, and they look so fucking stupid on her. I feel sorry for her. I almost don't want to invite the other dogs, my friends' dogs, over to their house, because they're already fixed. So it wouldn't matter if they hung out with her.
They're gonna bully Sophie.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want them to see you wearing this diaper. I don't want to embarrass you in front of your dog friends.
There. Well,
Hey, it's Matt.
Hi.
It's
I mean,
Matt. It's Matt Supplier.
waiting around to make sure we were busy enough that I wasn't going to have to wait around in the store. But we definitely are now, so.
I'm gonna listen to something real quick.
You?
Okay.
It's a wasp. Just ignore him, Bimbo.
Begin listening.
Alright, cool. That looked good. Now I need to draw. This is gonna be like one of the hardest shots, I feel, just because it might actually turn out to be one of the easiest shots, but in my head, I'm just like, I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna do this. Because Bimbo has to do a spin. Because Blumbus flies past Bimbo.
Do a spin.
So we were talking about favorite characters for things we've worked on. If you want to be like specific on a project, that's fine too. But
I was
just
talking
in
about how
general.
my dog's on her period.
Yeah, there was that too. Like altogether, I would have to think about which my favorite character is. I do like Nelman as a character. He's like he's a bad person, but I don't think he's a bad character. But it's definitely not my. I don't know if he would be my favorite Nelman. I'm trying to think of who my favorite Nelman character would be.
Kind of like Eddie, we haven't gotten to fight a lot with him.
I love Eddie just because of the dynamic between him and Nelman. It's just funny to me.
I'm already thinking about the plot line where Eddie tries to kill Nelman. It will happen. It's inevitable.
Yeah, I don't know who my favorite Nelman character is. Like, honestly, it might be the Too Tough
Mad
Group,
Dog.
but that's not even Nelman exclusive.
It is now.
I like Mad Dog, but he's definitely, it's like one of the characters where the idea is just so fun at first, so you immediately like him. But really, in terms of characters that we've sat down and like dived into, he was like a night or two of talk.
Yeah.
But that's not. I mean,
It's
that's not a
just-
bad thing. It's just like
I
just. You kind of have to earn it
think
a
I
little
love
bit
him.
with like characters like
Yeah.
David and Sylvia who are more normal. But then like
I
Mad
think
Dog is just a fun idea right away.
Yeah, I think I just love him because he was so easy to figure out. Like, we just got so hyped talking about him and coming up with the concept that I genuinely cannot wait to actually write him into the comic.
Yeah.
Also, it feels very original. Like, I know not everything about him is original, but it feels like an original combination of unoriginal ideas, if that makes sense.
I mean, yeah, I hear what you're saying. The person acting like dog has definitely has been done before, but there's like, I don't know, there's just combined with like
weird ass
the
twists to it.
combined with like the theme park and combined with where we're gonna take him in the story. There's
Yeah.
a bit more. There's a
The
bit
fact
more.
the fact that he is a tactical sniper.
I'm going to make a sniper character as an eye patch, and then he closes his one good eye to shoot. So he aims with the eye patch eye. And no one questions that. I don't know who this character is or where he fits in, but that's just the joke I want to do.
Slippin would do that.
Slippin's another character that I've created that I really like, but he just kind of feels like an extension of me, where it's like the only difference is if like every stupid thing I said was being said completely unironically. That to me is who Slippin is.
All D&D characters are extensions of ourselves.
Of course,
Is the
yeah.
thing.
I love Max. Max is such a good character. I wish I could play him more.
Yeah. I wish we were more tactically organized as a D&D group, and we're not. Not anymore, at least. We're all fucking busy.
Yeah.
I love D&D. Love to play it someday.
Bring back the lockdown so we can play more D&D.
Yeah, I mean, it's just hard with it's hard with Zach and Teddy. And I mean, not like I don't say that to throw any shade. They have perfectly valid reasons. It's just we don't we're not able to hop into calls with them as frequently as we were
Yeah,
last year.
yeah.
We're also pretty bad about like not scheduling things.
I think
Yeah.
it's because you get exhausted after a while. There was a time where we were better with it, but it just like canceled, 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 and it just got old. It just got old.
Yeah, I mean, it's also just the fact that we're exhausted in general. Like,
Yeah,
you also just need time to, like, sleep and eat and sometimes just lay down for a little bit
and
and not
hell,
do anything.
and while I'm at it, and while we're at it, honestly, like it's just kind of like how many things do we work on now? When that all started, Dungeons and Duckies was like the only thing we were doing as a group.
Yeah. We will
Um,
have a season 2 though. Like we
on
have to.
I
Or
I, I
else
I've sent Teddy some notes on what I want to do with Slippin' in season two, and but none of them are like bit like important to the character. They're all stupid shit that I just said, okay, in season two, this is the first thing you're gonna see Slippin' do.
the thing I like about doing Monster of the Week is that it is very easy to slot people in and out, especially with the way that I have things set up. It is very easy to slot other people into parties. I have done campaigns with it where I've done separate people and I've done people like I've done a group together and then I've done another group separately from that group, like a split and then combine sort of thing because of the way that I have it set up.
Oh, what is my
What?
phone doing? Why are you like this?
Are you okay? Are you all right? You all right, Matt?
I think if we wanted to continue, like hmm,
Like I mean, Monster of the Week I've got a couple more sessions in me for, but honestly, ultimately, I want to return to Dungeons and Duckies, and I think there needs to be a season 2, or else I'll throw myself off a bridge. No, just kidding. I won't do that.
we could
I'll
probably
throw myself
do
off.
mm, we could probably do something Dungeons and Dragons related that isn't. It could even be a different version of Monster of the Week. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, if we wanted to do it, just like we can't do Dungeons and Duckies without Zach and Teddy. Like, I would say, I would flat out say if Zach and Teddy didn't come back, that's the one thing that would make me
Michael,
say, what?
Michael, my friend, my comrade, I have a fixation with tabletop role playing games and I would be glad to open you guys up, heart and mind, to
Yeah.
more. And you are also insinuating that we should bring in Chris and Olivia,
I'd love to.
absolutely 100% agree on that too. I would absolutely do
I would
that
love to.
100%.
What I was gonna say is like with Dungeons and Duckies, if like Zach and Teddy weren't available to do season two, I don't even think I'd want to do season two. As much as it would suck, I just feel like Fenno and Teddy are crucial.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But I would be down to do something else because they are busy. They are harder to schedule if nowadays. But if like I think it would be perfectly fine if we just had a little side thing going. And that doesn't
Yeah,
mean like
absolutely.
and that doesn't mean it's like has to be the end of Bleembo, Drew, all those other characters. Like we could still do that when we get the time.
Right, absolutely, 100%. I completely agree, but also, Mackay, boy, do I have a whole arsenal of different games we could play.
Oh,
You just name the type of like game or like story you want, and I will find you a system that can perfectly fit. Like you just name it and I will make it happen.
all right, sounds good.
Mhm.
I'm going to. Please tell me I switched back. I didn't fucking switch back over. God fucking damn it. All right,
I'm
there's
sorry.
Bimbo. I keep fucking that up on stream so frequently. So it was just for the last like 10 minutes. It's just been Premiere. All right, let me export that. I'm doing like at least 3 drawings of Bimbo here to put into the already halfly completed animation. Turn one. Oh wait, there's no. That was transparent. Okay, we need to change that. Oh, I've been rewatching Community a lot, and I'm watching it
Hmm.
in a. And I've just decided to watch it in a really weird order this time because I love watching Community, but I do get a little bummed out near the end of the show. I like the
Hmm.
later episodes, honestly. I think season 5 and 6 have a lot of good episodes in them, but it's just such a bummer to like see no Shirley, no Pierce, no Troy.
Yeah.
I like Frankie and I like Elroy. I like what's his name? Hickey. But like that I swear to God they were setting shit up with him and then in like season 6, nope, he's gone too. They bring Ian Duncan back and then he's gone after season 5. Like it just became a huge shit show. But they still like I still feel like they pulled out like decent stuff, which was impressive considering how much the world wanted Community to fail. Just everything was working against it all the time, and it still managed to make like a pretty interesting last season. I will admit, significantly less funny, but still interesting last season. But yeah, I've almost watched all of season 6 and like 1 or 2 episodes of season 1. I'm just going in a but I also finished season 3. Like I'm just watching and whatever I pick. If I'm in the mood for the episode, I'm gonna watch that episode.
Completely get you. I've been rewatching Kids Next Door.
I'm about halfway through the Abed movies that I hadn't seen.
Oh yeah,
Or
you're still doing that, aren't you?
yeah. Um, I think like next month, I think I'm just gonna really strap in and watch like as many as I can.
Nice.
But it's moving along at a glacial pace.
Matt has,
I,
I
Are,
think, some
are,
more
are,
patience.
I was thinking when we were doing Hall of Victories, you're gonna have to watch all. You're gonna have to do all 4 of the Indiana Jones movies.
I did.
I know. I just mean you're gonna have to talk about them.
Oh yeah.
Matt has so much more patience than I do because unless I'm really into a movie, I can never just watch a movie. I have to be doing something else while the movie is on.
I
It's like
can, but I will.
I cannot. Yes.
No, finish what you're saying. My bad.
It's like if I am uninterested or I don't like a movie, it's just like I will not be able to focus on it whatsoever. Sometimes I'll even like a movie, but I will not have the concentration for it, and I will have to just. Sometimes it'll just be not watching a movie, but listening to a movie while I do something else. Like
I
there are times where I just do not have the focus.
I do
I bet you.
I'm better with it than that, just because I can sit down and watch anything, honestly. I With that being said, I do often get like anxious and check my phone and check how much time is left. Even if I'm really enjoying it, I do that just because I don't even know how to explain it. I think that's just like I haven't I sometimes have an issue. I don't know, like just like thinking about all of the time it's going to take to finish something, and oh, if I don't like it, there's 2 hours out the door. And um
I there are what there's a point in a movie where like if it hasn't grabbed my attention yet, I will just like tune it out. And sometimes I'll just stop watching it. Like I'm
hmm.
not afraid to quit watching a movie if I'm bored with it.
I normally
It took me
won't, because I'm always
it took
like,
me a long time to get there. When I was young, I'm like, no, if I started, I gotta finish it. And then at some point, I'm like, okay, you know what? Fuck this.
yeah, the movie has to be pretty bad if I'm gonna like stop watching it. Um,
Honestly, I'll probably keep watching it if it's really bad. If it's just a nothing movie, if I'm like,
if it's
I am gonna
boring,
get
right?
absolutely zero out of this. This is gonna get like a 4 or a 5 on IMDb, and that'll be it. Like,
Yeah.
I'll forget I even watched this movie. Of course, I'm pretty bad about like pausing a movie and then going and doing something else for a while and then coming back to the movie.
Uh huh.
E- Even sometimes movies I am enjoying. And sometimes that's completely born out of guilt. I'll like start watching a movie while I'm like eating lunch to give me something to do, and then I'm like, oh god, I should be working. I need to finish editing this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll pause this and come back to it. Just gotta work on this video a little longer.
Yeah, I'll get anxious about
Sometimes,
like for me it's just like anxiety, like you like guilt. Yeah, I kind of like the guilt feeling you're talking about. It's just like it's like how much of my day am I gonna have left once this is done, and I'll think about that, and it I don't
yeah.
it's
No,
ir- it's irrational, I think, though.
that's why when I watched Lawrence of Arabia, I'm like, I'm just gonna make sure I have nothing going on that day, and all I'm gonna do is watch Lawrence of Arabia. That's my whole day.
How long is that movie?
3.5 hours.
That's a decent bit. It's a decent runtime. Alright, so I'm gonna try to get this at an angle now. This is gonna be harder. I'm gonna make the eye bigger. Oh man. Weirdly enough, though, it's like it's just movies that I have that with, because I can like start watching episode after episode of a show. That's why I say it's irrational. I can watch like like 5 episodes of Community in a row without having that anxiety, without having that like how I'm wasting my time. Like a common argument I hear people say is like, oh, it's what? Like
It's like what?
Like 2 hours ago I had her out. My mom's talking to me.
Oh.
I've heard a lot of people make the argument that it's like, oh, I can do a TV show easily because it's like I can stop after an episode, but a movie is such a commitment. I honestly believe that a TV show is a way bigger commitment.
Yeah, no, I'm bad about watching TV because I just like I want to watch a movie. There are so many movies I want to watch that like watching a TV show is just going to eat up time I could have spent watching a movie.
Yeah.
I got better about it last year. Yeah, I could watch TV last year than usual.
The thing that I like about TV is just time you get to spend with characters. That's the one thing that I think a TV show has over a movie. But I think that what most movies have over a TV show is, like, I don't want to say effort because I think a lot of shows have effort, but it's kind of like it's actually just like TV shows. It's time, but more so on the production side where they're able to put a lot more time into what they're working on because they don't have to make as much of it.
I mean, I think a lot of stories you can tell as a movie. You don't need a whole TV show to do it.
Yeah.
It depends on the story. Some stories you can tell in a movie. Some stories need to be a show.
I think the best shows are ones that do know to keep it character driven. Like, like favorite comedies, or, that's why I love Community so much. That's why I love It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia so much. Is it's about creating characters that would be fun to watch in any scenario. Or at least a variety of scenarios you can throw them in. But then some shows that are more, because even like, I want to say, I was about to use Better Call Saul as an example for a good show that's story driven, but honestly, it's a character study, and the reason it needs more time than a movie is because it's a very slow character progression. It's like you're seeing like it's just like Breaking Bad. It's like seeing the slow change of a character, seeing them go from one thing to something else. I think that can be good. Yeah, so I think with most good shows, it's like a story. It's like character driven is what makes it good because you get to spend more time with them. Most shows that I think that focus entirely on its story are a lot less interesting. Like where it's a lot of world building and lore and all of that. That can be good, but when I think of every single show I like, it's just because it's like a show where you needed more time with the characters, whereas most movies, you understand the characters, but you get all the time you need with them.
I just received an advertisement that says build your copywriting business, and I'm like, well, all right, cool. You're gonna teach me how to do fraud? Sounds good.
They want to do a copyright business. What does that even mean? Copyright
Okay,
business.
it was like copyright. That's okay. It says build your copywriting business. How to land your first copywriting clients without experience. You're closer to your first copywriting clients than you think you are. Have you heard you need copywriting clients to get experience and that's where it stops. I receive normal advertisements every day of my life.
I just don't understand that one.
I don't know what it means.
Yeah.
Isn't when you copyright something when you steal somebody else's thing?
No.
No.
What?
When you copyright something, it's so other people won't steal it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. What is it called when you steal somebody's thing?
Copyright infringement is
yeah.
what you're
Oh,
thinking.
okay.
Yeah.
But also, copyright can sometimes refer to people who write copy.
Okay, so that's probably what that is then. Because I only know it as like the media term.
Yeah.
Or the law, I guess law term is a better way to put it, because it doesn't have to just be. I mean, it's probably going to be something art related in most cases.
I don't know how to explain what writing copy is. It's like, when the company releases like a press statement, that's copy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I gotcha.
I don't know why it's called that.
Yeah. I didn't really know that there was another use of the word, but makes sense. Makes enough sense, I guess. I don't know.
But the advertisement Mitzi got is still nonsense.
Yeah.
I mean, it still sounds like nonsense. I'm just sure that that's the version of copyright they're referring to then, because it legitimately makes less sense if they're talking about copyright infringement, starting your own copyright business or something. That's not what that is. I'm gonna add the new images to the storyboard. And then I might do something other than the storyboard. Maybe I shouldn't yet. I don't know. Nothing's appealing to me anymore. Oh. Let's make Beambo appropriate size. A little bigger than the Wasps. But not by a ton. And right there, the shot's gonna change. What do I have the scale at? 89. Put that to an 18.9. Maybe just do like 2 frames per angle. Alright, my spin is done. Let's see how it looks.
Woo!
It's not that bad. It's definitely storyboard quality, but it's... Right here, I'm gonna share
Well, you
Premiere
know
for
what?
you guys.
You know what? I am proud of you. The stream has ended. Cricket noise.
Oh yeah, I'm switching over to Premiere because I only have I only had Photoshop open to you guys the whole time. Alright, look at my screen, Mitzi.
Okay. Well, let's take a good hard look at it.
Alright. Tell me when you can see the bee.
I can see the bee.
Okay, I'll hit play. There, he does
This
a
is
little
very
spin.
good.
Do a little spin.
Like, Michael, I would say these things that you're doing aren't even really a storyboard. They're just full-on animations at this point.
Thank you.
Like, if you've ever seen a storyboard, they do not do what you are doing.
See, the idea is, like, I mean, that might even, for this, it might even be, like, good enough to just color in and leave it like that. But I would probably want to add a few in-between frames. But another part of it is just, like, the main purpose of the storyboard is just to get the, like, kind of teach myself what I'm doing here. Because this is, like, this is still being done by someone who doesn't know, who knows very little about animation. I'm using fucking Photoshop to do it. I don't know if that's what, I don't know if there's anyone out there, probably there is, but I don't know if there's, like, many people out there doing it like that. At least not professionals, but maybe I'm fucking wrong about that too. I have no idea. The idea, though, is just, like, to give myself, like, a grounds to mess around and play around with things and see what works, see what doesn't work. Because I would like for, like, a handful of people to watch this when it's out, and if it doesn't, like, if there's nothing impressive or neat to look at, then I don't think people will. But anyway, we have a little spin there.
Spin!
Thank you for your nice words, Mitzi.
You're welcome.
Alright, so... I'm gonna switch back over to Photoshop. I've been doing the storyboards all in one file, so we're on, like, layer 42. Moving on to layer 43.
God, I spent some time yesterday just, like, going through and fixing the way I had done the Hollow Victories art. Because it was like 7 or 8 layers for no fucking reason.
Sometimes it's just like, yeah, you have to, like, but I understand though. Sometimes you have to, like, fucking play with things a bit, or else it, like, make it look nicer.
Yeah, but I merged you into one layer and then me into one layer, except for some reason half the desk was attached to you and half the desk was attached to me, and I'm like, that is a bad way to do that. The desk should be its own layer. So I had to go in and delete the desk that was under us and put in a new desk. So now you and I are our own layers, and the desk is its own layer. I think the logo is also its own layer. And for the newest video, Olivia is her own layer.
How'd the colored in version go? Is there any, like, white spots? I remember that being an issue with the first one.
No, it's the exact same art as before, just now it's only one layer for each of us instead of, like, 8.
Gotcha.
And, like, some of that shit like the whites of both of our eyes were the same layer. So if I wanted to move the draw.
You might have to say that again, Matt. You cut out. So I heard you say, so if I wanted to move the drop, and then you cut out.
If I wanted to move the drawing of me, then it would move the white of your eyes. So I had to split those into separate layers. I don't know what I was thinking when I made this. I guess I was thinking I would never have to mess with it afterwards. And I'm like, gee, I was wrong about that. I don't know why I thought I wouldn't have to mess with this later. Like, we aren't going to have guests on the show.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of...
But I fixed it. I went through the pain. It was like an hour of my time, but I'm like, okay, now this is a good way to have this set up in Photoshop. You're a layer, I'm a layer, the desk is a layer. That's how it ought to be.
Developed problem-solving skills for this
Alright,
very
guys.
instance, in this instance alone.
I found a solution to all of my problems with this series.
What is it?
You know how I need to have art for this project to exist?
Yes?
I'm gonna steal art. I got this kid on a bike that someone else made, and I'm gonna trace it.
I'm gonna be honest, I thought that was Caillou for a second.
I was about to suggest you make the whole thing and go animate.
I mean, that's also related to Caillou, so we're kind of on the same... You're both kind of on the same page when you think about it. No, I want there to be a kid riding on a bike. I have no idea how I'm gonna have to, like, practice bikes. Because I want a kid to kind of going down here. So I'm gonna do a silhouette of this kid.
You should steal things specifically from clip art.
So I'm gonna use this kid here as a reference and do a silhouette. In the actual episode, I'd like it to be like an actual animation of a person riding a bike, but it might be a silhouette in the actual episode too.
Do you ever wonder who the actual people were who made clip art?
Probably just like, I don't know, artists for hire. Say, hey, make a few things in clip art for us.
And we'll give you the money. Sometimes I wonder if they would ever want to be known and made public. Like, yeah, I've made drawings for clip art, or if they want to remain anonymous for all time. If you made clip art, let us know.
Yeah.
Michael, you're a fraud.
I'm a fraud. This is gonna be used against me. Someone's gonna see this.
Yeah.
And be like, Michael stole art.
Michael stole my. Somebody's gonna find this and be like, Michael traced over and stole my art specifically. He's a fraud. My art of boy on bike.
It's just for the storyboard, guys. I'm gonna do my own thing. I just don't know how to draw this yet, so I need to cheat just for the storyboard.
Fraud.
No.
Yes.
They're probably, with the way fucking Twitter is, there probably would be someone who would legitimately get angry about this. Like, don't get me wrong, people who steal art, that's bad. If you like people who like repost other people's art, that is obnoxious. I get why that gets so much flack, but I think Twitter has a way of like going a little extra with it.
Yeah.
Like someone posts a picture of like Woody from Toy Story with like a text under it with it, like it's a meme, and then someone says, are you gonna credit the person who made this? Calm the fuck down.
I'm gonna start doing that. Like anytime someone posts a screenshot from like a license, like a popular cartoon, any popular animated series or whatever, I'm gonna comment, are you gonna credit the artist underneath?
Matt, I love you, but if you started actually doing that, it would be the most obnoxious thing ever anyone has ever done. Yeah, I would argue your case to be sent to be in prison at that point. Imprisoned from Twitter.
I think other times it's like understandable anger, but people still take it like people will act like like the person who did it just murdered someone. Like the half in the Red Letter Media guys, one of them posted like artwork from Smile and Friends because he voiced the show. Says, "Hey, it's coming on tonight," and he didn't credit the artist in the post he made. And and people were like, "Oh, you should credit these." It's like, aren't you going to credit the artist? And the artist even got a little upset because it's a huge Twitter page reposting their stuff without any credit for it. I think that's a reasonable thing to get upset about. But then they did give credit, and some people were saying like, "Too little, too late." It's like they didn't murder someone. Calm down.
Yeah,
Some people
an easily fixable mistake.
Some people don't understand. Like some people are kind of like some people just don't understand how the internet works or don't understand how the art community is. Like it's just give them a chance to right the wrong. I'm sure they didn't do it maliciously. I'm sure they weren't twirling their mustache saying, "I'm gonna steal it."
Yeah. I posted so much stuff to Facebook without crediting it because in my mind, I was like, literally only me and my friends are going to see this. And it would be the same if I was turning over to show them the picture on my phone.
Yeah.
Because I don't have anybody else. But I started crediting people later on in life because I was like, you know what? I should be doing that.
I think everybody's done that though, where they like just post something that they like and they don't really think about who made it. And I don't really like, again, I understand an artist wanting credit for their work, especially if it's like a bigger channel to them. But if it's someone with like 5 followers and they're just sharing something that they thought was cool, I don't think you need to crucify them for that.
Right.
But I do at the same time. It's like there's also like I think it was born from some like the reason this is a thing right now. The reason people get so worked up about it is because like there are genuinely people who are pretty like
steal art.
who steal art and they're like
and try to claim it as their own.
Yeah.
And also, like the internet went through like a decade of no one crediting each other and everyone just stealing shit.
Because I used to get angry about that shit too. Because I remember like I think it was like fucking Pymations. He made a animation, and it got like 2 million views on YouTube, and then someone uploaded it to Facebook where it got like 20 million views. Like that's horrible.
Yeah.
That can be like soul crushing to see something like that happen.
Yeah.
I mean, it's why a lot of animators moved off Newgrounds to YouTube is because people were just taking stuff off Newgrounds, posting it to YouTube, and it's like, well, you know what? The audience is on YouTube, so
I've got nothing but respect for old Newgrounds artists who do upload to YouTube because you kind of need to in this environment, but still upload to fucking Newgrounds. Because most of them don't. The new Eddsworld episodes still go on Newgrounds. The Harry Partridge still puts his stuff on Newgrounds and YouTube. I respect it.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
My storyboard, I'm going to try to have Beambo flying both with the like more in like a actual B position, and then more in like a sticking his legs and arms out a bit more, just to see which one works better by the end of it. I want to have a consistent way to make these characters fly, and I could come up with like a really cartoonish way to do it, or I could try to like kind of match how a insect actually moves. Either way, it could be funny. Like it could be kind of funny to have these really goofy characters that still fly the way they're supposed to. I always thought that was like really funny in BoJack how the birds are basically like people, but they still flap their wings and move around that way. Little different here, obviously, because these characters aren't meant to look like humans or move like humans.
To be fair, like theft still happens on the internet constantly.
Oh yeah.
It's, I don't know, it's very different strains of the internet. Mostly the people who steal shit are the like, who did this side of the internet.
Yeah.
But they'll just steal someone else's thing and be like, who did this? Laughing emojis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. It's like
Not a side of the internet I have a lot of respect for.
yeah. I mean, honest to God, most most of the internet just annoys me. That's like I'm in such small groups, you know. Like there's so much out there, but just most of it I don't like anymore. Um, but there's so much that you can like find enough stuff to take up a whole day, you know.
Yeah. No,
I like film discussion like online, although that can be fucking annoying as well. Like the fucking movie circle jerk shit.
I love it.
What were you saying?
I said I love it because I'm as much part of it as anyone else.
I to some extent
The difference is all of my opinions are correct.
I'm mixed on it because like I definitely am guilty of some of the things that annoy me. I'm absolutely guilty of some of the things that annoy me. But I do think some people take their like I think the number one thing I get out of it is I think expressing your opinion is good. I think some people take their opinions way too fucking seriously. But I guess that's probably not groundbreaking shit to say right there. Like some people get angry if you don't agree with what they're saying, and even if it's like something as innocent as just talking about a movie.
Yeah, no, I hate the people who insist like if you don't agree with me, you're a bad person.
That happened. This is a game, but like one of the more notable examples of that I've seen is just like the Paper Mario series, because it went in a direction that people didn't like. Which I don't really like the new direction either. I love Thousand Year Door, but I also don't like. I'll just play a Thousand Year Door. If Nintendo makes another game like that, cool. I would love to play it. I don't think at least in the state they're in right now, they're not going to. But then other people take it upon themselves to like legitimately harass people who say that they like the new stuff, and get really nasty and aggressive about it. But then you also have people on the other side of it where they like they got annoyed by the people doing that, so they say, okay, anyone who likes Thousand Year Door is an obnoxious fanboy. So now it's like they'll start making fun of anyone who actually likes the game, and it's like it's in some way it's just like both sides become horrible to listen to.
That's the internet for you.
Yeah. Switching back to Premiere.
So I've just been over here with my mic muted, but I have very little respect for anyone else's opinion at all at this point. Because it's just like, I've reached a point in my life where if I don't like what somebody's saying, it's just like, you are immediately turned off. Like, it's just like, you're gone. Goodbye. And it's like, I don't hate when people disagree with me, but if anybody tries to tell me that I'm wrong for liking something, or that I'm wrong for being into something, or that, like, God, I fucking hate the word cringe. I hate the word cringe or cringy or whatever. I fucking hate it. Because it's like, if something is embarrassing to you, but it's not to somebody else, and you want to project that embarrassment as if you think they should be embarrassed, it's like, fuck you, don't make it their problem. Like, if you don't like the way somebody else is living their life, that's your fucking problem. Deal with it internally and suck it up.
The way you're using the word, I absolutely agree. That's obnoxious that when people get like that. Like, I hate people who do that too. For me, cringe has always been almost like more empathetic for me, where it's like the things that make me cringe the hardest is when I see a situation that's embarrassing to me, someone else doing it, and I'm like, I've done that before and I fucking hate it. And it's like this feeling of like, oh man, I was there before. I don't like seeing this. It connects with me in a way that embarrasses me.
I think the world would be a better place.
Okay.
I think the world would be a better place if we all just learned the difference between secondhand embarrassment and projected embarrassment. Because, like, secondhand embarrassment is like if somebody trips and their fucking pants fall down and and it's like, ah, shit luck. And you're like, oh man, I feel so bad for you. Fucking projected embarrassment is like when your dad tells a corny joke and he's laughing and he's happy and he's proud of himself, but you're just like, dad, you suck. Like, why aren't you embarrassed? It's like, no, you're not. That person is not in any way embarrassed. If a person is not in any way embarrassed, or they're like happy with how they are, it is not your job to be like, ugh, why aren't you embarrassed? You should be embarrassed. Like, it's not your job to invalidate their joy.
Yeah, and when and just for clarification, I know you're not like accusing me of anything here, but I just want to clarify is just like when I see that, I'm not going to go up to the person and tell them they should feel embarrassed. It's just like, I will feel embarrassed, but that doesn't mean they should feel embarrassed. That just means I do get embarrassment from this. Sometimes it is just like an embarrassing thing that happens, though. Sometimes it's something that is just blatantly going to be embarrassing. Like, innocent example. You ever try to show something to a friend and they're just so clearly not into it, and then there's like 5 minutes left in the video and you're like trying to see, do I like awkwardly close out of it, or do I sit through the shame for 5 minutes?
Yeah. Sometimes things seem more interesting when it's just you.
Yeah.
But you show it to somebody else and
that's why there was so many fucking,
like, God damn it.
That's why there was so many I had so many fucking disclaimers about like the movie I showed you guys on movie night recently, because I was just like, I connected with this, but it might be too specific. I don't know if this is something that most people would connect with. I'm glad it seemed to go well. It seemed to go well, and I'm really glad.
No, I loved it. I really enjoyed Secrets and Lies in a Town of Sinners. I really fucking enjoyed that shit.
Cool. I hope that you like the movie too, because it's different, but I still really liked it.
Same vibes, though.
Definitely same vibes. Probably a little less funny.
More serious.
Yeah, it was definitely more depressing in my opinion, but also more like, but at the same time, more like a more meaningful experience. Like, I have a hard time determining which of the two I like more. One of the things that I'll say is like, out of all of the characters in that series, I wasn't sure like how I felt about the focus of the movie being Barbara. You know, like the one with like the purple. You know which one Barbara is?
Yes.
Okay, I wasn't sure
purple
about
eyes.
it. Purple head, like it was like a mop head.
Yeah, purple hair that covers all of her face except her eye.
Yeah. Um, and shit, I don't even know what Barbara's gender is supposed to be. I don't know if they ever say it in either the
I, I
show or
thought
the.
I thought I thought they used she her pronouns for
Maybe they
Barbara, but I
did.
could be wrong. I could be wrong. That might just
Uh,
be my brain implanting things into me.
yeah, I don't know. I'll pay attention for that in the movie, honestly, because I don't know actually how to refer to the character, but I really enjoyed it. And what was I about? I was saying something else. But yeah, like it's like different strengths and weaknesses for both of them. One, the animation's just like a big like it still looks the same basically. It still has the same style, but if you like look at the two side by side, you'll notice like so
Yeah,
much of a difference. Like more interesting things done with the shading, a lot more like smooth movement. I think expression wise, both are pretty on par with each other. Like the expressions are just so much fun.
yeah.
I like her work a lot. Um,
Okay.
oh, so let me move this up a bit. And then like the strength of secrets and
Wait, hold on, Michael.
okay.
I'm talking to my sister. Give me like
Oh,
one.
no problem. Is that Matt Plier talking to a customer of some sorts?
Well, I was in the wrong place. I was trying to find the house because there were two houses that had an address on.
Matt's throwing shade. Matt's yelling at customers.
But I was on the wrong street.
He's
So,
yelling at his coworkers.
the customer I was supposed to deliver to did in fact have the number on their house. That's not always the case. A lot of houses don't have the address on them, or if they do, it's like they'll have it like on the curb, and it's
Matt, are you talking to me or are you talking to someone else now? Should I mute Matt? I don't mind hearing it. It's just a secret
Can you
to
not
say.
hear me?
Oh, I can't. You sound like so distant that I'm not sure if you're talking directly to me or if like I was overhearing a conversation you were having.
No, I'm talking to you.
I've barely made out anything you've said. Sorry. I heard you say like complain about the number on the house not being on the either on the app or on the house.
Yeah, no, people don't have their address on their house, and that pisses me off. Although, in this case, I was trying to call a customer because there were two houses right next to each other without an address, and I'm like, I need you to tell me which one's yours because there's no fucking address here. But then I was on the wrong street anyway, so that was my bad.
Yeah.
Those people exist, though. They're just people who don't have the number on their house, and it's like, how the
Oh, I
fuck do you
know.
expect me to deliver to you when you don't have a number anywhere?
Trust me, I know. Amazon. I'm becoming a more sympathetic person over these last 2 years because I've always been like a video guy. I got to sit in a chair and edit stuff. And now I'm like experiencing the other jobs that life has to offer. And it's making me realize I shouldn't spill hot tea in a Walmart store employee's face. That was wrong. And I shouldn't have done that.
Anyways, I'll be back.
uh Just enjoying the wind and face and the shot. Why, hi there, folks. How are you doing on this lovely day?
Ugh, it's a bee. Go away, bee.
Ah, I guess they don't want me here. I guess I'll just go pollinate something. Let me look at something. Yee. Alright, let's see. What do I want to do next? Let's switch back over to Photoshop again. That's the wrong Photoshop. I literally woke up at 3 in the morning today and just started storyboarding some more. Because I have to get up for work at 4 to get ready, because I start a shift at 5. And today I learned that if everything's out, I could actually sleep in an additional 30 minutes. Just need to wake up, start my car, and shower, get clothes on, and I can do that in 20 minutes and just fucking leave. So I might start rewarding myself 30 more minutes of sleep. I don't know if I should do that, though. That's like getting risky for just like 30 minutes of additional sleep. So it's probably a shitty idea, but I realized how quickly I could get ready for work. Because I was just like storyboarding from 3 to like 4:20, and then I was like, oh shit, it's 4:20, haha. And then I got ready really quickly. It was closer to 4:30, and then I still had time left. I had like 10 minutes left when I was done. I watched a video on why Mario 64 is a terrifying game and weirdly agreed with it by the end.
I'm outside with my dog right now.
How's your dog doing?
She has more energy than she did earlier.
That's good.
Earlier today,
probably.
she was like really like lethargic, and I think she was just in pain. I think she's having like cramps.
Oh no.
But she seems fine now.
Oh. That's good.
Taking her out for a little bit because I want her to go to the bathroom. But I just kind of like, oh, is she gonna go? Is she gonna go? Is she gonna go? She's circling. She's circling. Yep.
So anyway, like I was gonna say like 20 minutes ago, I will describe movies as cringe sometimes. Because it's just like, God, why? Like, sometimes movies are just fucking cringy. I think it's weird to accuse a person of being cringy, but movies are cringe sometimes.
I see. I disagree because it's like a person made that.
Mitzi, there's stuff in movies that you would dislike, that you would like blatantly dislike, though.
Yes, I dislike it, but I'm also not going to project that and be like, here is an objective descriptor of this thing versus how I personally feel.
Yeah, no, it makes me cringe. I think Marmaduke is a cringy movie, and I don't think anyone's gonna be upset by me saying that, because I think the people who worked on it were doing it for a quick buck. They're like, yeah, it probably is pretty cringy.
I think cringe is a legitimate thing to feel. It's just like people use it say it in a way that's like rude and bullying. It's a word that's absolutely become a bully word.
Yeah.
People absolutely overuse it. I hate using it. I try to avoid it whenever possible, but sometimes I'm just like, nope, no, this movie's cringe.
Sometimes it's a positive thing.
It's more like a thing of like, I hate the projection. I hate how it's like, how I feel about this is obviously what this thing is as a whole, and that is simply not true.
Hmm. Yeah. For me, it's just like I think in some cases it's actually what the intention is. Like I think something like The Office, for example, has many scenes where that's what it's going for. It is going for making you cringe because cringe is an uncomfortable feeling. It's an uncomfortable feeling you get, and The Office, a show like The Office, will like intentionally do that by creating a scenario where it wants you to be as uncomfortable as possible.
I think Scott Pilgrim is a little cringy, but
Yeah,
very deliberately so.
and it's a great movie.
It is. It is an excellent movie.
It just depends, but but like going off of what Mitzi's actually saying, yes, it's people are fucking
Yeah,
assholes when
no,
they use the word. Like that goes without saying, I think.
yeah, no. The way people on the internet use it, it's usually just to like be an asshole to someone, and it's like, fuck you, man. Let people live their lives.
Yeah.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Is more like you can feel however you want about something, but to say that your feelings on something is an objective descriptor of what that thing is kind of stupid. Like it's just not okay because it's like it makes people feel like, oh, should I feel this way about it? Is that how I'm supposed to feel about it? And it's like, no, everybody's entitled to their own individual feelings. You can't tell somebody how they're supposed to feel about something. Like saying this movie makes me cringe is different from saying this movie is cringy. Like it's a completely different scenario. Like it's a completely different tone of phrase. It's not saying it's like this is embarrassing, this is bad. It is simply saying like this is how I feel looking at this, which is different.
Hmm.
Uh, Sophie? Sophie?
Yeah, I just think that the word's kind of gotten like a bad rep because it has been used as a way to bully people. But I think that it's like a legit. Like to me, it's like the way I view cringe is it's a feeling. It's like I don't know if I would quite say it's an emotion. Maybe it could
Right.
qualify as an emotion, but it's like a feeling that you genuinely will get from something. And sometimes it has like nothing to do with like what someone says or how someone acts. Sometimes it's like some people cringe because they see something really gory. Some people will watch a movie where like
Right.
a bone
Like,
goes through someone's is like exposed, and that will make them cringe. Like
right. But what I'm trying to say
I know what you're saying.
how
I
you
hear
feel
you.
about something is not an objective descriptor of what that thing is. Like if you're
I
being
know.
mindful and you're being objective rather than subjective, that's completely different. Like you cannot say ob- nothing is objectively cringe is what I'm saying. How you feel about something and whether or not you cringe at something and what your feelings are completely different than saying, okay, this is what this thing is and everyone should feel that way about it. And I feel like that's the way it's used all the time. Like there's
Oh
no
yeah,
exception. Everybody uses it that way.
yeah. No,
And that's what makes me pissed off.
people. I mean, for me, it just like I said, if someone says something made them cringe, I'm not gonna. It doesn't it doesn't make me angry. It's just if someone's using it to like harass someone else or bully them, then I think that's obviously that's not cool.
Right.
Yeah, that's more what I meant.
Yeah.
I
Um.
almost feel like that's like the opposite of how I use. So many people use it to describe people like authentically being themselves, and it's like, haha, isn't it cringe that they're being
Well,
themselves? And it's like, no, No, man. Be yourself. When I use it, I'm usually referring to someone trying really hard to be something and absolutely failing. Right? Like Marmaduke, it's like, okay, you're doing this because it's the formula. Right? You're not actually trying. You're not genuinely engaging with any of the things. You don't care about this movie. You're doing this because it's part of the formula.
Right.
Mm-hmm. For yeah, I guess I forget what I was gonna say actually. I don't disagree with anything you've said, Mitzi. I just don't think that and I don't think I don't know if you're necessarily saying this either. It's just I don't think that the word itself is a bad thing. It's just it's been used in a bad way.
Yeah, I mean, the way I feel about cringy is also how I feel about the word ugly, in which it has been used so many times to mean this is a word I'm going to use to justify treating somebody horribly, that it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth anytime somebody uses it. So immediately I'm just like, what the fuck do you mean by that? Actually, please elaborate so I know that you're not the worst piece of shit in the world. And it's just like, it's just something that people use to be like, this is cringe, so therefore it justifies me being a dick about it. And it's just like, that's how people use it all the time. And it's like, shut the fuck up. Your personal feelings have nothing to do with this. Deal with them internally, deal with them yourself. Your cringing is your problem. Fucking deal with it and shut the fuck up. So that's my little rant. I need to go get help from my sister.
Okay. This might be the last one I do for the storyboard tonight, but I might draw something else before I end this. You still there, Matt?
Okay.
When does your shift end? Like an hour?
Yeah.
Like exactly an hour.
The thing is, we close at 8, and then I'm off whenever I am done taking deliveries and done with my prep.
Yeah.
So that could be 8 o'clock. Usually it's about 8:30. Sometimes it's 9. Sometimes I don't get off till 9. It's really just when I'm finished.
Yeah. Where I'm working now, they're pretty good about letting us leave when our shift is done, but sometimes it's like, okay, I have one more task left, I gotta finish the task. Like, I got off 8 minutes later than I normally would today, which, obviously, that's not bad.
Well,
Just because I had to finish filling an end cap at the store.
I'm scheduled off for 9, so technically I am getting off on time most nights.
Yeah.
You know, I'm getting off before my actual scheduled end time.
But you have, like, a chance to get out early.
Back when we were staying open later, and I don't know when we're gonna go back to that, because we've got plenty of workers now, but then again, I'm going out of town for 5 days pretty soon, so they're probably not gonna do it before that. But back when we would stay open late, I would usually leave a little after my scheduled time. Like, I would take a delivery, and then whenever I got back from that delivery, I would, leave. That's how I am on weekends, too. On weekends, I'm scheduled off at 7, and usually I won't leave till, 7:15, because, I'll take one last delivery, and then I gotta cash out, and...
Yeah.
So, usually when we're pretty busy. So, on the rare instance where we were slow at 7, I will leave at 7. But if we're busy, I'll take another delivery and then cash out. But I won't stay too long past my scheduled end time. I used to just stay as long as like we were busy, and at some point I'm like, nah, fuck that. If you want me to stay later, schedule me later.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear ya. When I was at Amazon, I could get stuck. That could be like such a mixed bag where like they could I forget like that you could be working longer than you were supposed to. But there was like the thing is like the Flex app, which you used to deliver. Was the Flex or was it the I think the Rabbit was the device it was on. It was weird. It's been a while too, but that device would eventually like disable your ability to deliver packages if it thinks you've been up too long. And at that point, I think you'd have to go back. Although if you called in, they might like go into the settings and adjust it for you. I don't know. There was only one night I worked there where I couldn't finish my deliveries and I got sent back. And I had like 19 stops that I had to like just return the packages for because I was new to the job. They gave me a shit ton. And yeah, they eventually called and said, yeah, no, come back. Ah, what a beautiful day. Definitely need to change the angle that shot's at. I'm so bad at perspective. Okay, so then we're gonna get a shot where you see the family down below having a picnic. Bimbo's gonna fly down. I might not need all of that music there. I might be able to cut it, just fade it sooner. But we're probably like 80% done storyboarding what I have edited audio-wise, which isn't much. It'll be just like the first 2 minutes, but hey, almost 2 minutes of storyboard done. I'm questioning how long this episode's gonna turn out to be. Some of it's gonna get really easy though, because a lot of it's just gonna be the fucking 3 wasps in like talking to one another. I'm just gonna have to draw them like floating up in the sky or something. I'm gonna have to have like a looping animation for like the wings kind of like flickering up and down really quickly, just so because I don't want them to literally be floating, but I need to watch how I do that, otherwise it's gonna look like bird wings flapping. It just needs to be like 3 frames that are on repeat of it kind of like moving slightly. Because when a fucking bee or wasp are flying around, they're not like I don't think they're waving their wings all the way up and down. I think it's just kind of like I don't know, it's so fast that you can't really tell.
Flippy, flippy, flap, flap. I'm back. I had to ask my sister to help me put the diaper on the dog.
Oh, how'd that
Because
go?
she was running around. And then I gave her a duck foot. It went better than me trying to put it on myself.
That's good.
Put the diaper on yourself?
No, on my dog.
So, I think
Oh, my dad thinks you're funny. Also, he wants me to tell you, like, he wants me to ask you what your favorite beer is. What kind of beer you like.
I like Revolver Blood and Honey. That's a Texas beer.
Meat in the Family.
Like Guinness is really good.
That just, like, so calculated. It was just like, okay, so stouts. Got it.
Well, there is a Guinness blonde. I guess I shouldn't. No, I think I just think Guinness.
I like stouts. I like blondes. I like sweet beers, sweeter beers.
Okay, so not a fan of the IPA.
Yeah. No.
Cheers.
See you later, Dad.
I like IPAs. So you're gonna meet the parents, Matt?
Yeah. I mean, I don't really know that I have a choice in the matter, but
You do not.
you know, I'm gonna be in Wisconsin anyway. I should.
Yeah. My dad is like, my dad does not just like beer. He is like a beer person. Like,
Me, my brother, and my dad went to a beer event. We were just trying so much beer. I took so many like different. I have so many fucking videos from that day because we were getting really fucking obnoxious at that event. But I was getting obnoxious in a cute way, like, you know, I wasn't being. I didn't do anything wrong. My brother went up to a booth. They had like all these calendars. To be fair, they were like 1-page calendars. They weren't anything like super fancy or anything. And you're supposed to pay for them. And right in front of these guys, he just grabbed like 13 of them and walked off. And they didn't even fucking stop him. They just kind of shrugged and looked annoyed. And I couldn't, like, I was just like, okay, that just happened. My brother is not normally a douchebag like that, but he was really drunk. And yeah, I was just like amazed. Not only did he do that, but they didn't stop him. I can't believe they didn't stop him. They were just like, yeah, whatever, do it. This isn't
I can't believe they didn't stop
This wasn't like a
him.
grocery store or anything where some of the employees don't care if they see something like that. No, this was like an event. This was this was a booth. Imagine if you went up to like an artist's booth at like a convention and grabbed like their artwork and just took it, and then they just like kind of shrugged, okay. They looked annoyed. They looked pissed at my brother. But they didn't do anything about it.
My guess is that they didn't want to deal with it. They just didn't want to put up with it.
Yeah.
That is how I feel sometimes.
Yeah.
At my job, where a kid will be doing something they're not supposed to, and I'm like, well, it's not gonna kill you. And I don't feel like arguing with you. So what the hell?
Yeah, that was just that's that's just one of my favorite stories to tell. Like my brother legitimately doesn't like he doesn't like steal stuff ever. But just that one day, he was drunk and he grabbed like like I said, I don't even think 13's an exaggeration. I remember we counted how many he took. He took like 13 of them, and I was just like, "Why did you do that?" And like I said, they were like,
I missed the story.
"What was that?"
13 of what? I missed the story.
Oh, it's just calendars. Like at this like beer event we went to. I don't. It's not really would it be considered a convention? Did we go to BeerCon?
BeerCon. Sure.
No, but like, and again, they weren't like. I think they were like $1. It wasn't like a big deal. Like they were just like single page calendars. You know, like they had all 12 months on one page and their own like little logo design. I'm sure if they were like fully printed calendars of all of the months, then someone would have made a ruckus about it. But it was just like, you know, I was just like, why did he do that, and why did they let him do that? Because he didn't want them. He just did it.
I gotcha.
I think that was like the one time in my entire life that I sung in public. That's how drunk I got there. I'm not a sing in public person. Although I did sing. No, I did at a bar too. I have Snapchats from that night too. Those are rough. My drunk Snapchats are rough. There's
See, karaoke requires number one that you get very drunk, and number two that you notice how bad everyone else is singing. Because fact of the matter is, no one is singing well. It's all bad. Everyone is singing poorly, so it's like, yeah, whatever. I'm not singing any worse than anyone else here. God damn, man.
I have like a
Last time I was out for karaoke night, like everyone was singing like breakup songs. I'm like, Jesus, are you people okay? Is everyone at this bar okay?
This crowd's got some issues.
Yeah. Even my friend Baden, who's married, his wife was there.
I remember when, okay, it's time I finally tell this story. I remember one time when I was a teenager, my dad took me to like, it was like a bar restaurant. They had karaoke there, but like they were mostly there for drinking, and I was not interested in that or anything like that. But I was very interested in karaoke night. So imagine me, 13, going up to just sing some pop song, and in the middle of it, getting booed by some drunk 30-year-old man. And I'm just like, what the fuck? What the fuck? It's like, you are sorry. I'm sorry. Are you here? You're heckling a 13-year-old. I'm sorry, sir. Like, at the time, it really fucking hurt my feelings. But then, as I got older, the more and more it was, I'm just like, sir, what the fuck is wrong with you?
yeah, that was me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Michael was in his 30s when you were 13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've been lying about my age for a long time.
Damn.
No, that's like that's insane. That's a crazy person.
Yeah.
There's a. It's sadly not like the first time I've heard a story like that. There's just lunatics out there.
Yeah.
There's too many crazies. There's like being crazy in like a charming way, and then there's being crazy in a you are a dangerous person who should not be around people way.
Yeah.
And that guy
We
was
should kill them.
probably on the ladder.
Like, it also makes me think of, Michael, do you remember, I think fondly now, do you remember that one guy who came into the SMB chat place and
Yes,
got
John,
so mad at all of us?
because he didn't like season 4 of Stupid Mario Bros. And you know what?
He was so angry.
You know what? I kind of agree with him on that part now. But no, he was it was so weird because I think he was like an adult, honestly.
Yeah, he was an adult, and he openly admitted, it's like, I'm an adult, so I'm more mature and I understand things more than you. You are just a blind sheep. And I'm like, dude, you are talking to middle schoolers.
Yeah.
You are harassing middle schoolers over a dumb Mario YouTube show. Think about how you have prioritized your life for a minute.
You know what's funny about that? That the SMB
What?
chat place may be gone, but I have I did archive a bunch of comments.
Yeah.
And John, I think, deleted his account, so it's not there anymore. But there were some in there that were like blatantly him. Like no,
Yeah.
that were blatantly me responding to him.
Yeah.
Let me look at, let me see if I can find one real quick. Because that shit makes me laugh. I screenshotted so many comments, but almost all of them were my own. uh, let's see. Let's see if I find anything. All these comments from you are just... Alright. Oh, so this is my comments to John, from some point 10 years ago. I don't know what arc of because this was like an arc. This was like months of discourse. So here's one response that is clearly, I think I'm introducing Kenny to John. Kenny, this is John. Me and John have ended my argument when I apologized, even though I did not want to. The first comment he left here was terrible and made him a troll, but he apologized for the comment he left and things were normal. Then something that he said made me and the others here mad, so it continued. I eventually decided to... why was I giving fucking Kenny all this information about John? So it continued. I eventually decided to apologize, even though I really didn't do anything worse than he did. But me and John are done arguing. Was I not aware that he was going to read the part where I said I didn't need to apologize? But I think the Penguin, so that's you, Mitzi, and I don't know what to name, hate him still. P.S. We have a new person called Lord Dark, and he's cool. That's Cody to have here. He's been in some of my videos. And John, we have settled this, right? You have not responded yet to anything I left. You stopped insulting me, so I did. So I assume we settled this, but you never actually said the argument was over between me and you. So that was 14 when I left all of that. This one just says, "Alright, Penguin, time for revenge. Time for my revenge." So I guess I got my revenge on you, Mitzi.
Yeah, whatever that revenge was.
Yeah,
I really am sad a lot of my comments ended up just vanishing. I don't know what happened to them, because I don't remember deleting it. I remember making it, I think I remember making it private, because I was like, there's no longer anything worth saving from here, I don't think. But it's so fucking weird that it just got all deleted, and it makes me so sad.
Yeah, in my screenshots, I have a little bit of Zach and a little bit of Allie, and that's it. And then it's all just me, because I've just, started screenshotting my horrible messages on there. You know, I'm glad it's gone. What were you going to say, Matt?
Michael's revenge was a long game. He decided he was going to find the worst person he possibly could and then hook them up with you.
Yeah.
Now his plan is finally complete.
I love that the ha was from a distance.
No, I'm I'm telling my mom, about going out to Wisconsin, and she's all worried about it, and I'm like, Mom, these people have known each other 10 years. If they've been faking it, if they're faking it, they've been faking it since 2011. I'm the suspicious one. I've only known these people 2 years.
Yeah.
If anyone here is a scam, it's me. I'm the scam.
Yeah. Yeah, we made so many jokes about that before going to too many games that me, Austin, Stuart, and Chris were all just gonna turn out to be like predators on the internet. It was all a ruse this entire time.
It was all a long con.
Yeah.
This is an elaborate organ-stealing scam.
A pedophile who played the long game a little too long. That was dark, I'm sorry.
That's okay. I think I directly said that in my Too Many Games video. I said like I'm gonna go pick up Chris and the others today. They're probably all gonna turn out to be pedophiles or something like that.
Does your arm ever fucking hurt for no fucking reason?
Yeah.
Yes.
I hate it. I hate the feeling.
Generally, it's because of the way I sleep. Not even the way I sleep, just the way my body is shaped. I'm not shaped for sleep.
I'm not shaped for sleep.
I don't know how people do it. If I lay on my back, I can't fall asleep. If I lay on my stomach, it hurts my neck. If I lay on my side, it hurts my shoulder. There's just no good position.
I'm sorry. My dad has that problem with, like, all positions. Because he's got, like, something wrong with his leg or whatever. I know what it is. So it's just, like, if he stays laying, sitting, or standing for too long, it just starts to hurt. And it's like, I'm so sorry.
I have the shoulders of a linebacker.
The difference between my parents and your parents, then, Matt, is like mine were just like, I said, hey, can they stay at my place? And they're like, yeah. Now, they wouldn't have done that years ago, though. When my parents first learned that I was talking to people online, they were very concerned. It's just been a consistent enough part of my life to where I think they just got used to that being how I was going to communicate with people.
Now you're an adult and you have your own autonomy.
Yeah. We're drawing the Blumbus Stings a Human shot right here now. Lots of fun. I'm gonna check the chat. Just yep, still just Matt. I'm gonna put him at an angle. What'd you say?
I said, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
His content's good, but man, what a dick.
Yeah, I really like his content. but bad person altogether.
I think you should be arrested.
He
Just
does his fucking podcast with Movie Mackle. Like, just when I was starting to lighten up to him a little bit.
I mean, it could be worse. He could have started a podcast with Zach.
Yeah. Zach Efron. That would have been really bad.
I just meant Sif Prod.
I was trying to do a subversion of expectations, but
I wasn't.
And we'll change. I'm gonna redraw up. I'm gonna position him so where I can draw it easier.
Dude, if I could start a podcast with Zach Efron, I probably would. I don't know what we'd talk about, but I would. I'd do it just to work on something with Zach Efron.
It would
I
probably
would just try to talk to him about High School Musical. I would just try to talk to him about High School Musical. I'd be like, I don't have any just tell me everything. Just tell me everything about what it was like to work on High School Musical. Just recount that whole experience for me right now, please.
I'd be like, hey man, I liked that movie 17 again when I was a kid. I haven't seen it in a long time, but
I liked that too when I saw
liked it when I was young.
I haven't seen it since I was young too, but I liked it too, actually. Sorry, I cut you off.
He was also in The Beach Bum, and I liked him on that.
He's
got this like panini sideburn thing going on.
I liked guilty pleasure. I liked the Greatest Showman was fun to me. It's stupid, but I thought it was fun, and he was good
I
in
didn't
that.
watch it.
I don't know if I'd even recommend it. It's definitely guilty pleasure territory for me, but I did have a good time with it. I did have a good time with it. I do think it's a dumb movie.
Man, like this Abed project is weird because it's like I haven't watched this many normal movies since high school. Like, wow, I'm watching movies people have heard of.
Yeah, I was watching Community today. One of the ones I watched was the one where Annie has Troy and Abed do the test experiment, where they wait in a room and see how long it takes for them to cave. And they talk shit on Indiana Jones 4 in that episode, and I was like, hey, now I get it. I kind of continued an interesting discussion with Star Wars Episode 1, because one of the people I work with now is also a fan. So we'll talk about it at work a little bit. What I told him is I said it's like my least favorite, but I don't think it's like as bad as people make it out to be, and I stand by that. I do dislike it. I do really dislike it. I think it's really boring. I didn't tell him that. But it's just like people like make it out to be like the worst thing ever made. And it's just so, to me, it's just so clearly not.
Yeah, no. Like, it's not even the worst Star Wars thing ever made. It's not even close to being as bad as the Christmas special. Or the holiday special, excuse me, the holiday special.
How long is the holiday special?
Like an hour and a half.
There's gonna be another holiday special of Hollow Victories, hopefully.
I don't know what we would pair that up with, though.
What's another popular franchise that has had a weird Christmas special that doesn't fit?
I mean, there's the weird Power Rangers Christmas special that was entirely about, like, the robot character. What's the robot's name on Power Rangers?
That's a good question. Ask Zach.
I would, but he's not here. He's never here.
Zach has
Make
become
Zach
the
come on
father.
in.
Zach has become the father who went out to get milk.
That guy.
Make
Alpha.
Zach come
Alpha
online and come in the call just to ask him about Power Rangers.
Yeah, there was an entire Christmas special about Alpha. Not like the Power Rangers show up at the very end. It's a cameo from the Power Rangers. The rest of it is just about Alpha. Like, why? But this is the worst idea for a Christmas special.
You know what I fucking love? The
What do you
Rugrats Hanukkah special.
I don't remember it. I don't know if I ever saw that.
I thought it was really good.
I never really
I
watched
liked Rugrats as
Rugrats.
a kid.
I did like Rugrats as a kid. I remember the Christmas special. I do not remember the Hanukkah one. Unless the Hanukkah one and the Christmas special are both like the same thing and they covered both.
No, they covered both, but the Hanukkah special and the Christmas special are separate.
Okay. Like I remember bits and pieces of the Christmas special.
Because Tommy's mother's side is Jewish and his father's
Yeah.
side is Christian. So they did both.
I remember me and Zach had we're talking about like Hanukkah specials, like really early Duckcast, because we're trying to decipher how many Hanukkah like specials and movies there actually are, and that's what created the infamous 8 Crazy Nights argument.
I decided to watch 8 Crazy Nights because it was just on. It was on the television, and I
When-
thought, why not? I'll watch this. Literally just a couple weeks ago.
Oh wow.
It was literally just on the TV it was on HBO for some reason. And I turned it on, and I want to say I made it through maybe 8 minutes. Funny enough, before I turned it off. Maybe less than that. Before I was like, no, I can't do this actually.
Yeah, it's a rough one. I hate it because I feel like the movie has potential. I really
Sophie!
do.
Sophie, that is not. Well, that is yours, but you're not supposed to eat it.
But
Stop.
the comedy is so bad. The humor in that movie is so bad that it's unwatchable. But the animation looks really nice. I think a lot of the songs kind of sound nice, or at least have like personality. Yeah, it's not.
Of course, they still have the Fiddler on the Roof, though.
But that's not even like the only one. Technical Foul is horrible to listen to because Whitey sings it, but it's very memorable to me. I don't know. There's something about that movie. It's a weird love-hate relationship.
I guess it would help if I didn't turn it on in like the middle of it. Because the first thing, not kidding, the first thing I saw of that movie was the old man getting pushed into the porta potty. And I was just
horrible.
like, I don't want to see this. That's so mean.
Did you see the deer?
Yeah. Why? But it's just like even worse because it's just like, why would you do that?
The movie, the characters are relentless. All of the characters in the movie are relentlessly mean to the old man, so they can get to the end of the movie and be like, "Hey, we shouldn't have treated him like that." Yeah, and then they're all good guys.
It's just like why is this whole movie just gonna be bullying this poor old man?
Pretty much is. And then they feel bad about it in the last 5 minutes and apologize, and then everything's happy.
Yeah.
I don't even think you've come close.
So,
you have not come close to seeing the worst thing they do to that old man in that movie. It's definitely one of the worst things. But you know, it's a very mean-spirited movie. The humor is being. The humor is basically just being as nasty as possible / like gross out humor, and I fucking hate the gross out humor in that movie too.
Mm-hmm.
Very rarely do I like gross out humor. I think sometimes like a way that gross out humor can work is if it's like disgusting to the characters within the scene and not disgusting to the people watching it.
Yeah.
Now,
I think you can make gross out humor work if you just make it really silly instead of really hammering in on the realistic gross.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think Shrek is good at it.
Yeah. Like if you really make it really cartoony and silly and childish, that's different from making it like, all right, we're gonna make this as hardly gross as possible, as realistically gross as possible. And I'm like, no, don't do that.
You guys seen the Garbage Pail Kids movie?
No, and I think the only thing that will get me to watch it is if you ever pick it for Hall of Victories.
I doubt that I will.
Yeah,
although, I'm sure I could find something to pair it up with.
I'm cool with us not doing Garbage Pail Kids. I've seen clips from it, and it does genuinely gross me out, which I get is the point. But I mean, it just seems like it's not just fucking Doug Walker. Everybody who sees it like says it's the worst movie they've ever seen. I think it's at the like for and I hit everything's like search for the worst series. I think it's still like the #1 worst thing he's like reviewed.
It's pretty bad. It's definitely in like my top 25 least favorites. Like movies I just do not want to watch. That's probably why I would never recommend it for Hollow Victories. I just don't want to watch it again. Although
what if we like ever
it's
like
not so horrible that I won't watch it again.
yeah.
That and Freddy Got Fingered I had copies of, and I have hidden them. I put them in a box and I hid them because I didn't want to sell them because I didn't want anyone else to watch them.
Mm-hmm.
But I also didn't hate them enough to smash them up. I did smash up the copy I had of Surf School. I think there was another. I smashed Thor and the Magical Hammer for a bit in the Thor and the Magical Hammer review. Like I just hit it with an axe.
Mm-hmm. For like your video, yeah.
You should
Yeah.
hit it with a hammer, you idiot.
I'm trying to think if
Can't
I've
believe you missed that.
I don't think I've ever broken something I had for a video. Maybe I have, I don't recall. I have broken a game. I did snap a game disc in half just out of pure rage once, and I regretted doing that, but it was Shadow the Hedgehog. I got so fucking mad that I opened the GameCube, took it out, and just snapped it. And I don't know, and that's the only time I've ever done anything. It's such a fucking stupid thing to do that it costed money. When I calmed down and wasn't angry anymore, I don't get to play it again. But it was just like, oh my god, I think it was like the angriest I ever got at a game before. I broke a controller out of rage too once, but I think it's a little different than breaking a fucking game.
I paid, I think, $1 for Thor and the Magical Hammer, and I paid 50 cents for Surf School, so I'm like, yeah, I don't feel any qualms about destroying these.
Yeah. I have stuff that I wouldn't mind destroying for a video, though.
Surf School, I didn't even have a box for it. I bought it when Blockbuster was closing in one of the little envelopes. And it was like one of the lowest rated movies on IMDb, like top 10 lowest rated movies. And I'm like, ooh, lowest rated movies, let me grab that up. And there was very good reason it was one of the lowest rated movies on IMDb.
Have we, I may have pitched this before. Did me and you ever pitch the idea of doing a, my least favorite movie versus your least favorite movie?
Oh, we did.
I don't know how you felt about it. I don't remember how you felt about it. I think that'd be a fun idea. Like, one day.
I think it would be an odd pair-up, because it'd be like Meet the Spartans versus Lion King 2019.
Or the Christmas Brigade if I wanted to go there, which I don't think I would. The Christmas Brigade is probably like the thing I've enjoyed watching the least. I don't know. I just think a movie honest to God, as bad as some movies can be, I think it takes a lot for a movie to genuinely frustrate me. And the Christmas Brigade did genuinely frustrate me. Even though I think it's more innocent than something like Lion King 2019. Or I think Lion King 2019 is like the most cynical thing ever made. In the Christmas Brigade, it's just like probably inexperienced, like a bunch of inexperienced people trying to make a 20-minute movie an hour and 30 minutes. I don't think it was an hour and 30 minutes. That would be a weird pair up, but it would make. I mean, I think with the in context, it would make sense why we were doing it. It'd have to be like a special occasion episode, though. I don't know. I think it's okay to get weird every once in a while, like as long as most of the episodes stand out in some way. I mean, as long as most of the episodes make sense. But I mean, for crying out loud, we're thinking of doing. I don't even know if I want to spoil it, but our April Fool's idea. And I'm assuming we're still doing that, but I might be wrong.
I don't know that it's necessarily an April Fool's idea. It is just like, it's just a weird episode I want to do, but
I think it makes most sense to be done for April Fool's, just because it's like, or the April episode, I should say, just because it is like a very foolish pair up. The thing that we're connecting it to should be completely insignificant, and the way we're going to compare the two movies, it's going to basically be a joke. I think we'll have a genuine conversation about the movies. I think we'll still be be talking subjectively how we feel about both of them. But I think when it comes to comparing the two, it's going to just be hilarious. It's going to be so fucking weird because the two have nothing in common except one super unimportant detail.
Alright, I gotta hop off.
Okay.
If you're still going when I get home, I'll hop back on. Do you know how much gonna be on?
We'll see. I might. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be on because I got to go to bed soon.
Okay.
But I might be on. I don't know.
Alright, we'll see. Talk to you later.
Peace. Are you still there, Mitzi?
Oh, yeah, I'm still here. I was just fighting with my dog. She keeps taking things that don't belong to her.
I am going to play what I have done of the storyboard right now.
Okay. Sounds fun to me.
I think audio-wise, just I'm voicing characters in it that I'm not actually going to voice, and the part where I shout "fuck you" over and over again, I think I'm going to do a second take of. I don't really like how I did it. Let's give it a go.
I like the music.
Yeah, I like the music too. Lawn Reality. It's the person who made it. What a beautiful day. Mixon's also not even started. I have some darkness for a few seconds here. This part's not done. Why, hi there, folks. How are you doing on this lovely day?
Ugh, it's a bee. Go away, bee.
Ah, I guess they don't want me here. I guess I'll just go pollinate something.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you,
What on
fuck
earth
you,
is that
fuck you,
noise?
fuck you.
Fuck you! 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 Oh, that's a wasp. Just ignore him, Beebo. A wasp can never be more for him than a fine day. Hey, human! It's time to get fucked with this! Oh! The only good human is a dead human. Let this be known as the day you got bested by the great Columbus human. You will not recover from this anytime soon. What's wrong?
I don't know, something stung me or something. It might have been a bee.
Alright. That's what we got.
Good job.
Thank you.
Good job, Michael. Michael did a good job.
Alrighty. So, yeah, It is taking me longer than I thought it would take, but to be fair, when I do streams, I'm often stopping to, like, I get sucked into a conversation and I, like, stop drawing and start talking. So, realistically, I should have been able to get more of this done. I need to do some of it off stream, but I have been. Like I mentioned earlier in this episode, I literally woke up at 3 in the morning and just started working on it before work. I'll eventually need a break from this to focus on something else, but yeah, I'm happy with it so far. Some of the storyboard I can probably just turn into legitimate animation, like the spin really didn't come out that poorly. I just think I need to add in some extra frames and color it in, of course.
Aww. Sophie snuggling my sweatshirt. Aw, look at that,
Nice.
sweetie.
And, I do think I'm gonna end the stream now. I wanna fucking update the intro for this fucking show. But I also need to, like, I need to, like, make it. If I'm gonna do that, I want to do it, like, on a day when I'm off. If I'm gonna do that on the show, when it's, like, just I got a few hours before going to bed, I want to just focus on the shit that I actually want to get done and do the intro when I have more time. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Mitzi, thank you for joining me, as always.
Yeah. Let's do Sims now.
We'll do Sims on one of my days off. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe tomorrow we could do Sims. I don't know. We'll see. Just can't be up
Because
too
I need
late
to
these
see
days.
I need to see the Beakles child. I fell asleep before I could see the Beakles child.
Well, the Beakles child wasn't born yet. We cut it off before then, so you wouldn't miss it.
Oh, okay, cool.
You won't miss the reveal.
Awesome.
He just looks like a normal fucking kid.
I'll be so disappointed if that
Yeah.
if that baby looks normal. It'll probably look normal in the infant stage, and then in the toddler stage, it'll be like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. Yep.